I know I've shown this to you guys before, but when I'm doing this turning, I'm actually generating the force for me to turn from what is happening with my toes and the sole of my foot. Not leading it by swinging my arms from side to side, but having the feeling of every movement that goes up and through my body originating in my feet. And so the important thing about the way that I do it is that I don't, if you look at my centre pole, I don't go from side to side. So I call it pitching. I don't pitch the centre pole, and when you're doing Aikido, you can't do it because you can't maintain balance. So if I want my body to rotate to the left, then I press with my right toe, the toes at the front, and my left heel, and the body rotates on the axis of the centre. And then just come back to the middle. If you want to rotate the other way, so then it's left toes and right heel pushing in. If you just play with it, you'll feel it. If you just initiate the movement with your toes, so feel your toes dig in, and if your upper body's relaxed, then just do this. And dig your other toes in, and it'll come back the other way. But you've got to be relaxed. If you're not relaxed, you'll dig your toes in and you'll be like, I'm getting cramps in my toes. It's got to be just, it translates up straight away. And then once you start to get better at it, you just drive it from your toes, and the arms will naturally just start to swing out because they should be relaxed as well. Funny thing there. And then you're starting to put your mind in your feet and starting to develop the drive that moves. These things that are attached to your shoulders should come from your toes, not from your shoulders. Just it's about the perception of force. We talked about it in the context of Aikiage and Aikisage. It's about the biofeedback, right? The brain loop that the other person is perceiving. The body's already moved before their brain fires and goes, hang on a minute, I've been moved. Don't worry, you just don't find it easy. If I'm here, right, and I just say I'm going to rotate to the right. Right? So this is me using my arm. And so what's happening is my elbow is pushing into Brahm's breast, and he's going, that feels very nice. And his brain goes, can I have some more of that? But there's a moment there where there's a feedback, right? The loop is there. Whoop, if I push him hard, he goes resist or walk away. Because it's felt straight away. Because the origin of the push is here at the arm. We were talking about it the other day with keeping your mind on the line of force rather than putting your mind into the hand that's with the person. But from here, if I move my toes, the reason he started to fall was because his brain, for a moment, was like, why am I moving? Or he started to move, and then his brain went, oh, I've started to fall off balance. Oh, now there'll be some mental loop because, for example, as you start to fall, your glutes will start to fire, or the back of your neck will start to have tension. And those things will send a message, but it's too late. But if I'm here and I just push here, the loop is already completed. The person doesn't realise why they're moving, because if it's here and it's moving, if it's here and it's straight away, yeah? But if it's in the toes, the point of contact remains relaxed, and the connection to my feet is what is making him move. But if the pressure changes at the point of contact, the loop starts in Brahm's brain and it goes, I'm being pulled, I'm being pushed. Yeah, because the pressure changes here and the stimuli starts to feed the mind. And then all of a sudden you've got resistance. So this is what we're working on. Yeah? Grab a partner. I've shown you how to use your heel. So stand next to them and just imagine you want to turn to the right. So it's left toes, right heel, and just twist. And leave the arm just floating there. Just have it sitting on them and don't think about pushing with it. Just put your mind in your feet. Okay? Have a play. Same exercise that we started today's lesson in the morning. Now, mid-skills attacking the orphan. Okay, so keep the centre, connection. Let's have a play. At the centre. Basic. At the centre. T-step, nice and slow, just start to get the movement for Shihonami. So that's the basic movement, yeah? So now we're going to do Yakumanichi Shinadi without the constraints. Watch my movement. Okay, there's so much. There seems to be so much resistance and stiffness in everybody who's being uke. You're on no awareness of what's meant to be happening. So I'm going to catch you, mate. Did I stop?
Yeah.
Why? If you cut and he's standing square to the side of your body and you're standing side on, don't stay there. You're not safe. Do you understand? Your weapons are pointing here, his weapons are pointing at you. He doesn't have to do shinagi on you. Right? See his body position? See my body position? This is where the sword is, this is my space. Quite often at home I demonstrate this. Don't sit in here. Don't. Move. And the safest place for you to be when there is a sword involved is underneath the sword. Don't fall back away from it. The person's just going to walk up to you and kill you. You've got to go through here, so the sword is facing this way, and they have to turn around and come back at you. So when I attack here, and these cuts, I'm not going to just be here. I'm going to go as quick as possible around the back to be safe. And I'm not going to do this. Connection, interaction, conversation, and not being a stupid idiot. It's dangerous. That's it. Yeah? Good. Don't be a Dummkopf. Okay. Move back. Sometimes the technique just presents itself. Yeah? It's okay, it's like you're walking home. No balance. Ooh, don't hug me too much or you're going to get jealous. If we go to the technique without having any centre. Yeah. Ask me whose center it is. Okay, so, yeah, this is a Zenpanagi, forward projection from Yokomuchi, or Kokinagi. But don't just grab the person's arm and pull on it, okay? Here, again, suddenly. I just want to use Eric because he's a big solid guy, and I want to try to show you that we attack down here, right? And everybody's trying to search for this, like, oh, I've got to get in here to create leverage. And it's not the point. Like, at any point in contact, you can create the sensation of yin and yang. It doesn't have to be there and jamming. It can be here, and if I'm able to create it in my structure, you'll fall over. Just needs a connection. It doesn't need to be, oh, I've got it. Because we come back to that, almost that fighting mindset again, like I'm gonna, here. Off you go down. So it's something happening in here, not something happening under a smelly armpit that hasn't been washed for a couple of days. Do you understand? It's not really what you perceive. You see it, it's not quite what it is. Yeah? And it can be, like, you can create leverage, but I was just saying before, if you just do it on me again, just take my arm over your shoulder. So we've got this, and you see this in Aikido all the time where you do this. But if somebody understands the principle of creating yin and yang at the point of contact, as he creates leverage, I create yin and yang in my body. So it's not about the leverage. It's about trying to internalize some kind of sensation. Well, it's good when you put that on pretty bad. You might be able to write tomorrow. So, where's that clock? Oh yeah, still got 40 minutes of messing around. So when you come, and I go here, I'm not on my back foot. So I'm here, down, wait, stay. What we get confused with is what remains. which is his energy going that way. So the assumption is that Mitsuki's attacked and I've gone, oops. But it's not possible because I have to go forward into that space. Otherwise that happens. So then he comes here. Not come again. Just slowly. I'm not holding on either. The Mitsuki doesn't have fingerprint bruises in his elbow or his forearm. Yeah.
Going in this direction, we just drop him down.
Yeah. So my intent goes forward and I just fall straight down. Yeah? Good. Have fun. Thanks. Keep your attention there. So, like, almost like you imagine you're going to go over there. So, so I can walk forward. No. What he kind of said to me the other day is when I was doing the seated kokuho, is this seated kokuho? Is that seated kokuho? So it's a peak. Mind you, I've seen Sensei teach this like 3 different ways. So basically it would be this way points there. What happens if you put too much energy in? And this one, with Aikido here, but what most people do is just shove their hand at the person's armpit and go underneath like this. And then it ends up looking something like this. Yeah? Does that remind you of anything? Yeah. Aikido. Like this. Focus the body. Even when the hands are pinned. So I don't care how you do it, whether you do it this way, or this way, or whatever. It just has to have some version of Aikido in it. Okay? Then you'll be practicing seated kokuho, which was the name that it was changed to by O Sensei, because he didn't want any association with Deja Ryu. So it's like, oh, this is Tua Shigaru, so we're going to call it something different. What do you want to call it? I don't know. Bob's house. It doesn't matter what it's called. Just practice the art. Aikido. Seated kokuho. I really thank you. Everybody trained with a really good heart towards what we were trying to learn. So it's nice to be back together after whatever the fuck that blip was that we had in the Matrix. And it's good to see everybody again. I've really enjoyed myself. So thanks heaps, and thanks to everybody that came from far away, and the people that like Mitsuki who came all the way from Australia because I said, yeah, you should come with me. I've just got something I want to say to everybody, right? We all work so fucking hard on trying to get everything perfect, right? It's like this never-ending struggle for wanting to be better. But I've got a secret for you, okay? You don't need to worry about it because everything is already perfect. It's already perfect. The whole lot. All the fuck-ups, doesn't matter. It's perfect. Whatever your journey is, at whatever point in time it is, it's already perfect. If it wasn't, the universe would be out of balance. But it's not. And we're here. So it's already perfect. So just keep being perfect. Over and over and over again. No matter how shit that perfection looks, it's still perfect. All right. Now you can chew on that all the way home. John, I got to say, I said thank you very much. Now go home.